Hey guys, it's me David and welcome back to Building Scarif Week 18. Alright guys, so I've taken a 2.5 week break now. There's important reasons why there was such a long break between week 17 and week 18. I won't bore you with the details. Just quickly, I was very sick. I got a pretty bad cold. Very strange considering it's the middle of summer, but I was completely just couldn't get out of the bed for a couple days, and that was last week, and it just caused Scarif to be delayed significantly. So I'm really sorry about that. There's nothing I can really do about that. So to make it up to you guys, this episode will be fantastic. Okay, I'm serious. This episode, we're going to get the bunker completely finished. That's right. It's 100% done by this video. So watch it completely through because there's plenty of awesome stuff to be shown to you guys. I'm very excited. I can also announce now that both week 19 and 20 are the last Building Scarif segments. Week 20 will indeed be the finale, and I think, I don't know the exact date off the top of my head, but it will be mid-July. It's that mid-July Friday. It's 2 weeks from today. That is the finale. 100% guaranteed. I have ordered every single Bricklink order that's necessary to finish Scarif. All the tree parts, all of the figures, all of the orange parts to put on the AT-ACTs, all of the water, everything. Weapons for the figures, everything has been ordered. Everything is on its way right now. And I've already gotten a lot of this stuff. This particular segment, guys, I got two humongous Bricklink orders. I told you the reason why not last week, but the week before that, when I said week 18 would be delayed, I said the reason why is because I didn't get enough parts in. Those parts are in, and guess what? I'm gonna build a lot, okay? A lot in this segment. I'm really excited. I think you guys are gonna really like the techniques that I'm gonna show you in this segment. There's a couple, sand techniques, shrubbery techniques, and just how I go about finishing around the bunker. Because the bunker is at a 40, kind of 50 degree angle, how do I build bricks around that? That is everything you will get to see, everything that I've just talked about, you will get to see in this segment. So I'm very excited. I'm gonna stop talking now. I just want you guys to see what I've been working on. So let's dive into it. Let's go, guys.
All right, guys, I promised this episode's gonna be big, and guess what? Look at all of this Lego that came in over the last 2 weeks. So even though Scarif was delayed, guys, now I have all the parts I need, so we are on that road to the finale for sure. Absolutely. This is very exciting. So by all the tan that you see here, guess what we're going to be doing for the majority of this segment? We are going to be expanding these beaches. I told you guys that the beaches were not going to be flat. They were going to have design to it, and that is what all of this is for making the beaches not just flat tan area, but making it much more unique and have much more gravitas, or basically we're just creating more interesting terrain rather than a flat surface with Lego. That is the goal with what I'm trying to do with all this. Now we're also going to, on the bunker, I think I'm pretty I've been thinking about what I wanted to do with it. There's not much left I really want to do with it. I'm going to close off the back in this segment. The interior I might work either on this segment or the next segment, but we're pretty much done with it. There's not much more I want to do. I will close off the back. I don't think I'm going to put the railroad tracks in the back because it's just going to be a little too complicated. So we'll get to that later in the segment and see where exactly that goes. But you'll also notice that I got a bag of the Transclear studs, and if you guys remember, I ran out of Transclear studs when I was working on the foam over there. So now I have what I need to finish that. Don't worry, more Trans Blue studs are coming in to finish up the ocean over there. That will be done next segment, as well as the trees. I've ordered. I still have plenty of. I don't know. You can see it right here, but I have plenty of limbs, the green part, but I don't have any of the tree trunks. So I've ordered. How want to say it was 250 of these parts. That should be able to create it out another 15 to 20 trees. Doesn't sound like much, but trust me, that will make all of this look all that much better. And I'm gonna put some trees over there. And also what we're gonna do, not only are we gonna work on the beach in this segment, guys, we're also gonna work on some ground terrain, some of this stuff. We haven't touched it in a long time, so we're gonna get to that in this as well. So very exciting segment, guys. I'm so excited that we get to get the terrain done, the sand terrain, I should call it, because in Kashyyyk I kind of skimpered out on the beach, kind of made it, you know, there was some like little hills I made, but it was nothing to what I really wanted. So I want this Scarif being the ultimate beach project. I want to make what a real beach should look like. So that's why I've ordered all of these parts, is to get that I guess dream accomplished, or you know, the idea made. So all right, without ado, guys, I'm so excited. Let's go right into this. Let's see what I make. Let's go. Alright guys, so I've been working pretty hard on something little, but it really does count quite a bit in terms of the overall look of the bunker. It's this section. I told you guys that I was going to fill this in a special way, and that's what I've been doing. So if we come on over here, you'll see this is what I've done. So it may not look like much, but there's been a lot of work that's been done to make sure that this works the way you see it right here. So as you can see, I have plates layered over tiles in order to get this seamless effect, even though that there is obviously a huge 45 degree, or just about a 45 degree angle going on here. This is how you do something like this. This is when you're shifting something literally sideways and you're trying to make it work in terms of layering over something, you're going to do it similar to what I did here on the landing pad, but I took a different approach. I do want to say it's a little higher right here. There's a specific reason. It's because this right here, this gray Lego brick right here, the split piece that, you know, turns or whatever, that's under here, and there's no way to really move it. It's actually better if I just kind of take this off. This whole thing just kind of comes up. That little piece right there, because it's higher than the rest, caused me to raise everything up. But anyhow, this is what I did. It looks pretty simple to you guys, but I had to make sure it worked pretty well. But yeah, it's not too hard to do this, honestly. Not if you know what you're doing. But anyhow, so it kind of just fits in quite perfectly, and that just kind of sits there, this little piece. But yeah, so it looks really good. I hope this guys can help you. I hope this can help you guys if you actually end up doing like a turn like this before. But it really does look good, though. I love the final completion. So we went from that to that. So pretty awesome. I'm also working over here slowly but surely, but I will show you guys that in a second once I complete it more. So I'm going to go ahead and get this done on the other side. Probably fill it in a little bit more in the back, put the roof on the bunker back on, and then we'll work over here, and then we'll come back to the bunker, work over that area in the beach, and then we'll touch up with the plants, and we'll go ahead and end it from there. Okay guys, so I've worked really hard, and the bunker is now complete. 100% complete. So it doesn't look too different on this side, but if we come over here, you'll see it's all 100% done over here. So just walking through this really quickly. I'm sure to a lot of you it looks pretty simple. Honestly, there's no good images of the back of the bunker. So I kind of had to make up a lot of it. So this is what I came up with. It's pretty simple. However, I did go in and do some extra little things like the train track that you see here. Fun fact, I think this landing pad, this whole thing is not exactly at a 45 degree angle. Otherwise, it would line up with these plates. And as you can see, it's slightly shifted more. So maybe it's like a 50 degree angle rather than a 45 degree angle. Just a little fun fact. But yeah, so these are just, you know, some made up railroad tracks or just tracks in general. Now, the one thing that I could do, maybe, I don't know, I doubt I'll get to it, but I'll try to make it, is the orange transport, like, train vehicle. I could make something maybe like from the size from here to here, maybe be able to make one of those so that it really looks complete. It doesn't necessarily need to be here because those things are constantly moving back and forth, so there'll be times where it's not here. But what's cool though is you'll see I actually added some sliding doors like that, so you can open it up. I thought that would be kind of a neat little addition like that. So yeah, so if we open them up, you'll see that there's also now a nice interior, nothing too special. Go ahead and zoom in, and so you'll see I've added these like little light things. That's like to signal weight. I did the orange and red because I figured that means weight, transports, and movement right now. And then obviously it'd be green if the transport was here. So that's what's going on in there. And you can kind of see I kind of finished off some things. I put some control panels. I don't know if you can really see it, but I put some control panels off to the side there. And it's pretty complete in here now. So it looks really good far away. Now, I know a lot of you will be like, well, where are the doors for? The front here, if you did doors for the back, well, the doors for the front of the bunker actually go below. They sink down rather than go in the side, because physically it wouldn't be possible to put doors here because they wouldn't be able to because of the space that's here that's available. So there just won't be doors for the front because they're in the ground. So that's, for any haters out there, that's where they are. They're really there. They're just underneath. But yeah, so that's the deal with that. And then I'll just go ahead and close these doors on the back here. Show you what that kind of looks like. So they just close up like that. And that's what it looks like with closed doors. So yeah, that's the bunker, guys. Now you also see that, I got it all finished off over here at the sides. I've added some tan over here. And then I also finished this side as well. It looks really nice, actually, the way it comes together. I love it. Couldn't have done it better, in my opinion. So yeah, it's all done now. Very excited. So the last thing that will be done, whether I do the train or not, I'm not sure, or the transport, I should say, not the train. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do the transport. We'll see. Maybe in the finale or week 19, maybe. Depends on how many orange pieces left from the AT-ACTs I can make it with. It all depends on that, honestly. But I will try and see what I can make out of it. But anyhow, the other thing is once I get more palm trees, I'm going to add probably 3 palm trees here and 2 palm trees here, and then add some shrubbery. We might actually get to add in the shrubbery in this segment, we'll see. But there will be palm trees on either side of the bunker, and then I think that'll look really good. Because it's basically, this whole bunker is interfering with where this rainforest is, so they built it and around where a previous rainforest is, so I kind of want to include all of that to make it blend better. So yeah. Alright, so the next thing is, I'm going to clear all, that is all the parts I needed to finish the bunker. I know it really looks kind of simple to a lot of you, but trust me when I say I spent literally over 4 hours getting this the way I want it to. And I'm pretty happy with the way it came out, honestly. I think it looks really, really good. So yeah, I'm going to clear all that off. I'm going to get the sand beach stuff done, and the same on this side, do the water, and then we'll touch on shrubbery at the end of the segment. So without ado, let's go ahead and continue on. Alright guys, I've worked a bit more, and as you can see, I've kind of started building up this like kind of hill over here, and that's specifically for the ending scene of Rogue One. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie. Feel like if you're watching Building Scarif, you've seen Rogue One. So anyhow, when Baze dies, you have all of these death troopers on this kind of like little hill mound of sand, and so that's what I tried to create here without it being too, I don't know, sloppy, but try to make it as interesting and dynamic as possible, meaning that it isn't super repetitive, trying to keep it interesting looking. But yeah, so this is, I'm not going to have like a bunch of death troopers here, not just like 3, but this is the idea, is to have bays over here and the death troopers right here, or I could actually make it right here and have them right here, because I made the hill kind of just go across here like so. So that's what I've been working on. Now you also notice on these death troopers are carrying some pretty cool things. Their actual blaster, I don't know the actual name, but Aerialite, which is a really awesome custom helmets company, they just made this blaster before anybody else, including Clone Army Customs and Brick Arms. So the second I saw that, I was like, oh, okay. So I bought, I think like 25 of them. I'm going to outfit all my Death Troopers with them. And then you'll also notice that there is a pauldron on the side. This is Aerialite's pauldron as well. So I'm going to outfit all my Death Troopers with the pauldron. I'm sorry, with the weapon, and then some of them with the pauldron, because there's two classes of the Death Troopers. There's the officer class, which is the one that protects Krennic, and then there's the regular Death Troopers that don't have the pauldron, that signify that they're just regular troopers. The other thing that also signifies the officer class is they have an extra ammo pouch, and so that's why there's a difference between the Death Troopers that come in the battle packs versus the one that comes in Krennic's shuttle. So fun fact about that. But man, does this stuff make the Death Troopers look all that much better. I think they look quite awesome now with that gear. We'll talk more about that in the finale. The finale is when we're going to really get into all the battle action and the minifigures, all that fun stuff. But I did want to just show you kind of a tidbit about what I'm thinking for that. So moving on. So I've been working all over here on the sand. I know it doesn't look like too much, but trust me, I've carefully thought out about how I want to go about this. Maybe that's a better look at it. But over here, I'm doing something else. So you see I have all these kind of circular pieces kind of going about everywhere. And it really gives an interesting look, and I really like it. Sorry for the kind of jerky zoom. But anyhow, so as you can see, it gives it a really nice look. I don't know why. I think the curves really, because I have this curving kind of pattern with the water. I think the curves on the beach just add to it. So, and I have it continue all the way about to right here, because then it kind of just straightens off from here. There's no point. And then on top of that, I've kind of run out of these circular type pieces. But I think it really fits for this kind of corner area over here, adding these pieces, and I think it really adds to the mock in terms of extra details, just that little bit extra that really makes it pop. So little things like this really do matter, and I'm really glad it's coming out exactly the way I want it to. It really does look great, so that's pretty awesome. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and continue a little bit more on the sand, and then we'll finish off with some shrubbery, so let's go. Okay guys, so I've added a bunch of tiles around, a bunch of little tiny tiles. These particularly, I spread these all out over all the tan, over on that end, over on that end, so yeah. Now what I want to show you for the last part of the video is not necessarily how I'm going to put ground cover down, but I want to show you how my process, how I go about my process in terms of creating ground cover. Because I think a lot of you would like to at least know how I kind of go through this. So this is what I'm going to show you how to make, is this right here. It's pretty simple actually. So if we actually just pick it up, there's the whole section. So it's actually really simple to make something like this. It really adds to your mock, guys. If I take this right here and I just put it right here, of course I would actually attach it, but just for the demonstration purposes, it really does add quite a bit of detail to your mock. So something like this, and if you make like 8, 10, and you can actually add on to this one section. I like to make it in little sections, so that way you can just kind of place it where you need it, and then you can add on around to it to make it a little bit more different. But all it is really is what you see right here. This is the base, just a bunch of these limb pieces like this, and then a bunch of the littler green limb pieces. One of these things are all connected like that. That's the base of it. Then I'm just taking a bunch of little leaf pieces like this, and this piece right here, as well as, where is it? These. So these pieces as well. And I'm just kind of combining all of it together and, trying to get it as random as possible. And basically I'll make a bunch of little of these things and kind of spread them over where I think it looks best. So maybe it looks good there. And what I like about this is that I can move it around and it's like a puzzle until I figure out exactly the way I want it. Okay, that looks good there, and then I can put it there and see if that looks good. That's what's awesome about this technique, is that you guys can place where you think planetary or green or whatever you want to call this, where it looks best. That's it's nice to be able to do that. So very simple. All you need is these plants right here. You can buy them all off Bricklink, or a lot of this stuff you can actually get at the Lego store, or from, I don't know, if you have that mock over there, the indoor mock, you can certainly steal some of the plants off that. But yeah, that's how I go about a lot of this stuff. Now, once I have a bunch of these little sections done, let's say I put it here. Let's say I want it there. Then what I'll do is surround it with a little bit more, so I'll blend it together, so that way you won't even tell that it was like its own little thing. I like to make sure everything looks like it's meant to be there and looks like it blends in as best as possible with everything else. So that's how I go about greenery. I'm going to add more by next week, in week 19, and then also I'm going to continue putting more tan plates. Not really on this side, but on this side I didn't get as much I wanted to. Only really got the circular pieces, so I'm going to do some more kind of similar stuff to what I did here, but a little bit different on this side over here. So that'll be for next week, guys. And I think this is a good stopping point. So quite a bit has been done. The bunker is now 100% completely finished. And actually, I didn't even show you this. I've worked even more over here. You can see I've added some dark tan, some more tan plates. The dark tan is where these palm trees will go, and it adds to it. I think it looks really nice to have a little bit of dark tan on the sides like that. But you'll see exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm going to add some planetary. It's going to look great, I promise. But yeah, anyhow, so we got this whole area pretty much complete. Of course, we need to add the trees and stuff, but it's coming along very nice. I still want to do some more tan work around the edges of the landing pad, but there's not much left there. Again, some more work here, and of course down the beach. We'll get to the trees hopefully next segment. Those will come in. So next segment actually will be a lot of greenery. That's a big focus, as well as finishing the AT-ACTs. And on top of that, the reason why I didn't do too much tan work, I mean, I did a lot, but not too much, is because the AT-ACTs, I do want to have footprints for those. So I didn't want to do anything too ridiculous yet until I have those walkers done. So then I'll figure out where I want to place them, get the footprints in, and then build all the greenery and everything around it. Because let's say I wanted the AT-ACT here. I want to make sure that there's footprints behind it so that it looks like it's been walking. Similar to what I did with the turbo tank on the Kashyyyk mock, I had tread marks like leading from the opening of the base. So similar to that, except will be footprints for this. So that's why I haven't fully covered everything in greenery and trees yet. It's because I need to figure out where everything's gonna go, and then I can build around that. All right, guys, that's gonna be it. So we're gonna go ahead and finish off with the end of the video. Let's head out, guys.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the segment. I know I did. Guys, we're 2 weeks away from the finale. That is just crazy. It took to Kashyyyk 2 years before we got to the finale, and here we are just 2 weeks from the finale with Scarif. When did we start the project? I think it was back in January. So just about 6 months. That's not long at all, and I can't wait for the finale to actually be here and kind of reminisce about the mock itself. again, I've told you guys in previous videos, I am already planning the next mock. I actually have 3 different ideas. I might end up asking you guys to vote on which one I shouldn't do next. So yeah, there's plenty of things that I really want to make. But yeah, anyhow, back to Scarif. Next segment, I'm gonna get more of that tan done. Most of it's already kind of done. It's just kind of like additional stuff, like the footprints and some stuff up here. Not much. Most of what needed to be done was done in this segment. And then of course the greenery, the shrubbery, the trees, which is kind of included in that. And then the ATACTs. We're gonna put those orange panels on all of them. We're gonna finish the orange panels. The one I showed like 3 weeks ago, that was kind of like a prototype version. I'm gonna get the final version done, put it on all the ATACTs, and then we'll get them placed where I want them to be in the mock, put the footprints down, and get the water done. And that will be pretty much it for week 19. Now week 20 is the fun segment. That is figures, figures, and figures. Battle action, how I'm gonna go about creating a giant Scarif battle on the mock that I've created. That's what week 20 is about. So that will probably be everybody's favorite, no doubt. But week 20, we're gonna really finish up everything, or not week 20, week 19, we're really gonna finish up all the rough edges that are on the mock right now. I'm so excited though. Like, it's a relief to get the mock done, but it's also very excited to show everybody, not just you guys, but my own friends, because they've seen me working on this for the last couple months, and it's really cool to show you guys plus them what I've been thinking of in my head, and it's very close from the finale, so it's very exciting, very, very exciting. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in next week's segment, week 19. It will be next Friday, I promise, and the following Friday after that will be the finale. So very exciting. If you aren't subscribed, you better hit that button because that finale is going to be killer. All right, guys, I'll see you guys next week. You guys have a great and wonderful day. Bye-bye.